Sally?
Oh, Sally. All right, well, while I'm waiting for her, I'm going to set up these. We're going to quickly. We'll give it another second. Set this up. Jessica.
Rabbi, I have a question
Yeah,
on page 70,
yeah,
line E,
yeah.
the fifth groupings. You pronounced it row, but it looks to me like the little dot should be, next should be rove because of where the dot is, and that confused me.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, that looks right to me. You know what? I wasn't paying close enough attention. Good
Well, it's
pickup.
really hard with the dots and where they're positioned.
Good pickup.
I had the
Good
exact same
pickup.
question, Barbara.
Oh, there goes my shamash.
I confuse easily.
Yeah, that's a really good pickup, though. All right, shall we? Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna do the brachot. But I want you to do the brachot with me. So wait a minute.
My last candle just went out about 2 minutes ago.
You see the blessing there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want you to read them. We're gonna sing it, and I want you to read it. Don't do it from memory. I want you to do it from the Hebrew. I mean, I'm trying to look. Let me quickly look to see if there's any letters you don't know. Okay, there's one letter we're gonna learn. 2 letters we're gonna learn today. 3 letters we're gonna learn today. All right, so 4. Okay, so 4. It's not that 4. There's 3 letters, but 1 repeats itself. But you get the point. So, but I want you to pretty much do it with, from the text. So here we go. We're gonna go nice and slow. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adli
New ka
Baruch
Baruch
Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam
You don't know those
she'eloheinu
Bayam Bazman Haseh. Amen. Good job, you guys. All right, happy Hanukkah. So that was like the worst. No. So all right, so last night of Hanukkah, and you got to sing it from the Hebrew. So I'm proud of you guys. By the way, one more thing, let me just do real quickly before we start. And that is,
I think it's kind of the best because we were able to follow along.
no kidding, you guys rocked.
My teenager came in and she was like, Mom, why are y'all praying so quietly or so slowly? I was like,
Right.
I'm trying to follow.
Just so now let me just one more thing to tell you. So this, by the end of today, you will know the only ones you won't know are this letter on the first. Can you see my cursor moving?
Mhm.
Okay, this letter, after today, this will still have not been learned. This one, this one, this one, and this one, this one, and this one. Everything else you'll have learned. Like we're so close to having every single thing down. So just want you to know you're right there. Okay, let's get back to this. So what was I doing here?
Can I ask some questions before we get started?
Yeah. Good. Oh, and I get to tell you the funny story too on page 70.
Right, that's right. Page 70,
Mm-hmm,
line D,
mm-hmm.
the second and the sixth. And are those the diphthongs?
Yes.
And
So
F,
that'd be
the last one,
a lie and a lie. Second a lie, sixth is a lie.
and then the same for line F, the last one.
Yes, tavai. Very good.
Okay,
All right, so the funny story. So that's 72 though, right?
correct.
All right, so
G.
it's letter G, second word in. So it's not exact, but it was close enough that made me think about it. That's why I giggled when I read it. So that word is michoar. Correct? You see that word that I'm talking about? Michoar. We're on line G, page 72, second word in. Michoar. So when I was a student, you know, like I just tried to learn Hebrew any way I could when I was living in Israel. I was like, and you know, and whenever I would learn a new Hebrew word, I would like just say it over and over and over and over and over again to myself. And I was on a bus, and I had just learned the word. It's not michoar, but michuar, michuar, and the feminine for this word michuar is michueret. All right, so masculine michuar, feminine michueret. All right, and I know you have no idea what this means. So I'm on a city bus, and all I'm doing is I'm just going michuar, michueret, michuar, michueret. I'm just like saying it over and over and over in my out loud. Michuar, michueret, michuar, michueret. Right, and it didn't even occur to me what I was saying. So that's how you say ugly in Hebrew. And I was just over and over going, michuar, michueret, michuar, michueret, and the michuar, michueret, michuar. And I wasn't like looking at people, but I was saying it very loud, right?
How old were you? How old are you?
I was 23, 22. I can't remember. You know, I was in my first year of rabbinical school, 23. First year of rabbinical school in Jerusalem, just on the bus, michuar, michueret, michuar, michueret. And people just, you know, and it only when people like were kind of then started looking at me funny that I realized, oh my God, you know, and it's not that I knew what I was saying too. It's not like I was just making up a word and didn't realize what I was saying. It just wasn't registering for me anything more than me just practicing my words. But for them, it's their language, and they're hearing me say ugly, 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 ugly to men and women alike on the bus. So that was my funny story. Trust me, it made me laugh even when I thought about it again. All right, where are we? So we're on page 74. Well, 74 is the review of all the letters you've done, not to mention all the vowels we've done. And it's helped us, by the way, learn, as they say, some basic Jewish vocabulary words. Not like this is important for you to know these, but but what they've tried to do is make sure that you see Shabbat was taught early. Shalom was another word taught early. Torah, early. Shem, which means, which means name. Shema, which means hear. Like they tried to Baruch, Beracha. These are words that you say or that you hear. A bracha. Teshuvah is a word, repentance, that you hear at the high holidays. Ahava means love. Mitzvah, Chaim means life. So you get that's, by the way, when we toast, we say Le Chaim. That's what we're saying, Le, which means two, and then Chaim, life. Anyway, so let's move on, learn some new letters. So we're on page 75. Now, 3 letters making 2 sounds. So, well, when I say making 2 sounds, 2 of them make the same sound. One of them makes a different sound. Here's my handy dandy. There we go. So my handy dandy little notepad that I can do. So we're learning the letter, and that has a dot in it. We're learning only the one with the dot in it. And that makes a P, like the letter P, a P sound. And then we are also learning the letter, which makes a K sound. And similarly, that we learned this letter already, that makes a Ch sound, right? But if you put a dot in it, it makes a K sound. All right, so 2 new sounds, the K and the K, and then one, and 2 new, and that, which is the same K, and then a P sound. Now, let me just tell you something. I am certain that they're going to screw with you a little bit and do it anyway, but I can tell you there is only 1 or 2 examples in all of Hebrew when you have a final, there is a final Ch, right? We've seen that many times in our practices, or sometimes it has that in it, but there's 1 example which actually you hear about, which you hear somewhat regularly, in which you might have a final with a K in it. It happens, I only know of 1 example in all of Hebrew. I'm sure there's more, but I only know of 1. The problem is that you might hear that somewhat often. So I'm telling you about the exception. If it wasn't for this exception to the rule, I wouldn't even mention it to you. And the reason why, is because if it wasn't for this one specific exception, which I'm going to tell you about in a second, you would never come across it. And so it would never be significant to you. However, you know that blessing we do, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. And then the second line is, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. And only because it's in that one, which you are mildly familiar with, am I pointing out to you that one time that you will ever come across, there is a final kaf, with a final k sound. So it's a final letter with the dot. But it happens, but I'm just telling you that so that you can now just say, oh, that he mentioned that to us. But other than that, it will never happen. So that's why they're not even introducing the final form of that K. Okay. Now, so let's practice a little bit. So we're on. Oh, we got Sally here. Yay. Hi, Sally. Welcome. We just learned 3 new letters, like literally 30 seconds ago. So I'm going to tell you about them also one more time, just because it would just be a shame for you to not know these 3 new letters. So I wrote them down on a piece of paper here, and you have it in your book. Sorry about that. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I just got disconnected briefly. So the first letter, Sally, is this one right here that looks like there's a little dot in it.
Like a little dog.
Like a little dog or a little, yeah, like a little dog. It's exactly right. So, and that makes a P sound, like the letter P.
Okay.
And then we have 2 letters that make a K sound, like the letter K. One is that letter right there. And the second one, or better, yeah, and the second one is this letter. And you already know that letter. Both of these make the sound of K, but you know this one because you've learned this one, which makes the Ch sound.
Okay.
And the only thing I was also telling everyone was, whereas with respect to the Ch sound, that there can be a final form. You know how you have a letter, you have 2 letters and then a final form. Oftentimes it's got 2 dots in it like that. Sometimes it might have that vowel in it. Whereas the Ch has a final form with one notable exception. You never have a K with a final form. So we're not even teaching it. We're not even making it. If you ever wonder, it will never be, with the exception of one time. So we're just going to let it go. All right. So let's, so here we are. By the way, I'm going to spotlight myself. And the reason why is because, for the sake of those people who are going to watch it on the recording. Okay. So we are, by the way, Sally, happy Hanukkah. So if you look at, lines A, B, C, A, B, and C, those are just the letters you've learned. If you look at D and E, those are the letters you've learned with the vowels. And what I'm going to do is, just to prime the engine a little bit, I am going to read for you lines F, G, H, and I, and you follow along with me. And I'm just priming your engine a little bit so you can get to the hard stuff. So the first one would be deep. You will never see a P at the end of a word, ever. But it's for the sake of teaching. So that's why it's deep. Reap, teep, heap, heap, make, ache, vake, yake. Now I'm on line G. Yoke, doke, poke, soak, oak, because that's a silent. Book, shook, sook. Now I'm on line H. Man, that's hard. This is never done, but chi, pi, chi, keem, peem, ken or cane, pen, peeve. Now line I, po, since there's no vowel associated with the second letter, which is makes the huh sound, it's just silent. Po, ko, coots. That's hard. We haven't seen the ts in its final form. It's was we learned it last time. Coots, poots, pach, kach, kan, and kav. All right, so I've primed your engines a little bit. Now it's time for you to do the heavy lifting. I want you guys to read the stuff on page 76 in small breakout rooms. I will see you over there in just a moment. Let's 2, 3, 4, 6. Now that 5 rooms. All right, see you over there.
La e dote, la e oat. Would you say that? La e dote?
La P.
Oh, la peed, right. La peed oat. And then P new,
Very good.
New.
P new.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good. Let's hear you, Tom.
Enoch. Evoke.
Mhm.
Elevoke.
Let evoke.
Let,
Let evoke. Let evoke. Ooh. Poke.
Mhm.
Uh. Pig. Hates.
Very good. I'm trying a new room. You guys are too smart.
A
Vote.
or is that a consonant or a vowel?
Which one? The third letter is a
One,
bow.
two,
It's a bow.
okay.
It could be peyote. It could be peyote too.
What line are you on?
Line M,
M?
the fourth one,
1, 2, 3, 4.
the fourth one. We're trying to figure out if that's a vowel or a consonant.
Is the yud associated with the two dots from the K, or is it by itself as a yud with the as an O sound with the
You
vowel?
really, it's impossible to know. I would pronounce that peyote.
Okay, so no V, right? Pay, because they pronounce it as a vowel.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay,
would pronounce it right. But you can go either way. But I would pronounce it as make that the second letter pronounceable.
Okay. Peyote.
Peyote. But again, it can go either way. I mean, and this would never happen.
Okay. La P dote.
Mhm.
P new.
Mhm.
the next one is nuke, noke,
Et.
Noke.
right? Noke. And the next one is voke,
Mhm.
le evoke, or levoke,
Let evoke.
le evoke.
I'm
Okay,
going to go to another room. You're doing great.
okay. Eh,
Okay, it's on page 66. It's like a I.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Which line are you guys on?
oh, we're on M
Okay.
and we're 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a P sound, but how do you pronounce that vowel?
So you could do this, the fourth word on line M, you could do two different ways.
Okay,
You could do peyote, or you could do peyote.
okay. Peyote or peyote.
But I can tell you the correct way is peyote.
Okay, peyote. Okay. Okay. La, pay, dote. And pay, note. Is that correct?
Peyote, and then la p dote. Is that what you meant?
Yes, I didn't say it correctly. La, p, dote.
Mm-hmm.
P, P, new.
Yep. Good. Let's hear you, Augusta.
Okay. Enoch, or
You have it right.
yeah, Enoch. A hoke,
Ooh, close. It looks it, but it's not.
echo. Wait, no.
Nope. Nope.
Oh gosh, what is that?
It's
What is
okay.
that?
It's okay. Here. I'll show you on my screen. Do you see?
Oh, it's a V.
Right, you got it. That's what I was showing you the difference. Because it's got
Okay.
that little tail.
Yeah, the tail. Okay. And then le evoke.
Yep.
Oh, what is that? It's the oo sound, right?
Very
So
good.
it would be upoke.
Good. And I'm leaving you. You guys are too smart for me.
Okay.
Okay. What word are you on?
I'm on the fourth word, right?
Right, what's that little, it's like a yud with a dot. What is that? Have we seen that already?
I think we ignore it in this.
Ignore it.
Yeah, so it would be key,
I was trying to scare Jessica.
zero.
I was all up in my camera.
I'm
I was
I'm
like,
gripped.
woo!
Well,
I'm gripped.
we're so concentrating on these.
That's right. I'm like, now all I try to do is scare Jessica every time I come into her breakout.
I did actually go and look at that time. That was pretty funny.
Oh, thanks. The
Sorry, no,
okay,
it's horrifying.
the vowels scare me enough.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
So wait, where are you guys?
I'm on the fourth word on line O.
Okay, let's hear it.
So key, and I'm ignoring that thing.
No, you shouldn't.
I shouldn't. So what
You
is
shouldn't.
that?
So it'd be key yum. Key yum.
So why does the yud have a little dot in it?
Right, because they suck. I don't know why they're
Oh.
trying to because sometimes I've been telling you that these dots are grammatical, and they I don't know why they're choosing to do this. There's no point when these words aren't even real words. Sometimes why are they putting these dots in there just to
Yeah.
confuse you? Ignore
Okay.
the dot inside the second letter. However,
Okay.
it is still a pronounceable consonant.
Okay,
Key
so it's Y.
yum.
Key yum, okay. Key, oh, Jesus. Excuse me.
Oh, you got this. You got this. Come on.
Key. Well, I can't key.
You can do it because it's similar to
You-
the last one.
It's got a, I don't know, is that 3 syllables?
Yep.
Key. Yum. Vo?
Mo.
Mo. Mo. Oh, so, okay, so key,
Key,
so what, so
you,
tell
mo.
me what the syllables are then. Okay, so key,
Key, you, mo.
key, you, okay, so that's a mo, okay. Ugh. Key. That?
Close. Kiva.
Kiva? Okay, that's right. That's not a T, that's an H.
Mhm.
Oh, God. Key, vo.
Oop, close. That's not the,
Kivu?
Yep.
I get 2 out of 3.
No, that was good. That's my favorite vowel to remember because I always remember the hitting somebody in the head.
Stomach
They
in
say,
the head.
oh, and you hit somebody in the belly, they say, ooh.
it's the little things which bring us so much joy.
Yes.
Fran, you know, read it a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. These look-alike words or letters are difficult. Is ka.
Well, close. It's
Ka, ha,
very good. Mhm.
eva, eva,
No, the problem is with the third letter.
okay, ha,
Echa, good.
okay. Yeech,
Very good. Jessica,
Ooh.
do the last 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Apayi,
Perfect. Keep going.
pinach,
Great.
pin, hey, he,
Okay, very good.
okay.
I'm leaving you
Okay.
guys. I'm going to one more room and then I'll meet you guys back in the main room.
All right,
Mm,
thank you.
Boy, yeah, those last two are hard.
Have I been with you guys yet?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. Hold
You
on.
can always come back.
No, it's David and Laura I got to go to.
Car. She. Car.
What line you on?
Care.
What line?
And, oh, I'm sorry, we're on line J. We've gone through it.
Yeah, good. Let's see.
Page,
Just let me
and
see here.
then came back again.
She care. Very good. Now it's the last one.
And she,
Shah.
oops, Shah, Kat. She, Shah Kates.
Very good. David, let's hear a couple words and then I'm gonna actually send I'm gonna give everyone the 1 minute and I want to hear a few words to you and then we're gonna from you.
Okay. Kodah,
Yeah. Wait, Korach.
Korach,
See, it doesn't have the
Right.
tail to make it a duh, right?
like Korach,
Yep.
Kolame,
Good.
Kolame,
Yep.
Kolail,
Yep.
Koev,
Yep.
Kavod.
Excellent. I'll see you over there in a second.
I
We
got
had some questions. Am I the only one that unmuted?
I thought I was unmuted. Go ahead.
We had some questions.
Go ahead.
Would you mind reading line O and line P, please?
Of course I will.
Thank you.
Kayam. Kayam. Kayem. Kiyum. Kiyumo. Kiva. Kivu. Line O completed. Now, P. Kacha. Echa. Ayich. Apayich. Pinach. Pinche. How'd I do?
Excellent.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's I want to once again we're going to teach you something new. It's the last vowel. Okay, so this is, how do I put it? This is unfair and lame. This is like one of the things about Hebrew which just infuriate me. And I should tell you before we continue that, how do I put this? Our bar mitzvah tutors do not know this. And I have to constantly just bite my tongue whenever I hear the bar mitzvah kids say these words incorrectly, and I just handle it because it's these vowels incorrectly, and I just handle it because by the time I'm hearing them, it's too late and I don't want to disrupt the flow. However, and when I explain this to you, you'll be like, oh yeah, I get it. And that why the tutors don't get this right. So we're on the top of page 77. You with me on the top of page 77? I won't change my camera. I'll just show you 77. So you can see that the vowel is essentially that T vowel that we know of as ah, right? So that T vowel that we know of as ah sometimes is O. And you might be like, okay, whatever. How are we supposed to know when it's O and when it's ah? Correct. In some books, like can't remember. Let me quickly look at our prayer book. Hopefully the prayer book was kind enough to do it. Yeah, it does. Let me show you. So, like, here, wait, let me just get my camera here for you. All right, you see, like that word right there. I know it's that word right there. And it's the one above the pen, right? U, ve, and then what appears to be chal. However, if you look carefully, you probably note that, one second, get my little pointer. You might note that that is a little bit bigger than that one. So in our prayer book, they're actually a little kind, and they like bold print that vowel for you. And so if you see it bold printed, then you know that it's an O and not ah. However, although the truth is that it's the prayer book, which is where you will see most of your Hebrews coming from there anyway. So that's good. So if you see a bold, bigger ah, then it's going to be O and not ah. However, at least one piece of good news is if you look below it on the next line, you see the T vowel with the 2 dots next to it. Correct? Does everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
That is always O, never ah. Never ah. So if you see the T with the 2 dots next to it, that is with certainty O. If you see a bold, bigger T, it's going to be O also. Otherwise, it's ah. Now, the good news is it's very rare. It's not often. I would say 34 out of 35 times that you see the T vowel, it's going to be ah. So it's really more of an, maybe not 34 out of, maybe 19 out of 20, but you get my point. Like, the vast majority of times that you see that T vowel, it's going to be ah. However, that is a new vowel, and so therefore we must learn it. Okay? Now, what I want to do with perhaps the remaining time that we have is I would like to read something off of a screen. And we have 12 people, and this is perfect because I have 11 lines here. So what I want you to do, though, is let me first share the screen. All right, good. I want you to read these words backwards. I mean, the sentences backwards, not read the letters backwards, but rather I want you to start from the left side and read rightwards, okay? And the reason why is because I don't want you to get into a rhythm for something that you know perhaps by heart, okay? So I'm going to call on you one at a time, and you get to read starting from the far left word, moving all the way across to the right, okay? So why don't you, since there's 11 of you in this class tonight, why don't you can volunteer. So someone, who's my first volunteer? All right, Fran, you're my first volunteer. Start from the far left, move to the right.
Elo, hey, ha.
Very Elohecha, or Elohecha, actually.
Oh,
It's
okay,
eh.
ha.
Okay, keep going. This is Adonai, you probably
I
remember.
don't know. Mm-hmm.
Now this
Et,
good.
ve'ahavta.
Very good. Read correctly, it's ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, but we're reading it backwards so you don't get into too much of a rhythm. All right, Rusty, you want to read?
No.
You starting from the left?
Okay.
Now, before we do this, remember when you've got two double dots in a row. The first one ends the syllable. The second one is I.
So it looks like it's either a va or na.
That's a na.
Nah. Okay, so nop, not shana, not
Naf,
not
she,
she, na,
ha. Naf, she, ha.
na, she, ha.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. No, it's okay. By the way, now this, I'm just giving you a heads up. That is not bold, but that should be bold. It's a new vowel, the new vowel we learned today.
So uv,
Good.
uv, ha, hu,
No,
hul,
hole.
hole, uv, hole,
Good.
le, va,
This ends a syllable.
livav. I don't know.
You got it. Livav.
Oh, ha.
Good. You did it. And now the first one or the last
Be,
one.
be,
That's that.
ha,
That's also like this one. It's a bold.
bechol,
Bichol. Bichol.
bechol.
So far we've read V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha. Susan. I'll give you a hint.
I had to figure out how to unmute.
I'll give you a hint. 4 syllables.
And that first one is 4 syllables?
Yep. This word is 4 syllables.
Okay, me, oh, I can't tell what that letter is.
That's a D.
That's, oh, really?
Mhm.
Me, oh, de, ha?
Yep. Hold on. You know what? Maybe I can do something for you guys here. Can I? Let's do.
Oh,
Oh, yes, thank you.
look at
Oh,
that.
that's
like
worse.
that's like prayer book.
Yeah.
That's worse.
That's worse?
I don't know where any of those letters are. Okay, so
Really? Is that worse?
meh.
Worse.
Worse? Wait, hold on.
What
How
about the ones we've been using?
Well, I can't. Like, this is just from my computer. Wait, how
wow,
about?
look at that.
How about? Wait. How about? Not Venice. How about? No, Vilna. Wait.
Is there a wingdings?
Yeah.
That's what we're already watching here, buddy.
How
What?
about that?
Oh, that's
How about
good.
that?
That looks Greek.
Yeah.
So-
What's the
Greek?
vowel? Hold on.
How about? Wait.
Huh. I like that one.
How about that?
That's
Okay.
the closest, I think.
That looks good.
All right.
Okay,
What's the
So,
vowel?
Whoop. Cancel. Go ahead.
What's the vowel under the dalet? Under the dalet, yeah.
Okay, that's the 3. And remember how I told you sometimes they give you those lines just to tell you where to put the
Oh, that's what the line is. Thank you.
meh, oh. Oh.
It's
You
okay.
said
So that's a
D, so meh,
that's a duh.
da, me, de, rock.
Ooh, so close. Last one is as you can see because it's lower than the line, so it's one of those final letters.
Oh, so that's an N?
No,
No?
a ch.
It is a ha?
Yeah, me'odecha.
Okay.
It's okay. And by the way, on this word, Susan,
Uh-huh.
that is going to be an O. That's a bold.
Okay, so can't tell if the first one is a vu?
Close. It's just the vowel.
Oh. So it's, oh, ooh,
Ooh,
ooh, the,
ha.
oh,
Hole.
hole. This one,
Uvechol.
that's 3 syllables.
Uvechol. So together you have V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha. Who's next? Laura. Start from here.
I'm better at it when I'm muted.
Aren't we all?
Is that going to be an O or an ah?
It's always going to be an on unless I tell you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ha. 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 A. Le.
Good. Next.
Ha. Excuse me. Had. Va. Ream. That was
Hadivarim.
Why wouldn't it be Hadvarim? Hadivarim?
You're
Okay.
right. You're right. It could be Hadvarim. Hadvarim if you want. Yeah, sure.
Okay. The ha you. Vehayu.
Very good. Vehayu Hadvarim. Who's next? Tom.
Hayom.
Yep. This is hard.
Rabbi, why is there a dot in the yud? Is that
Same
good?
reason as before.
Oh, that's a vowel. That's for the
No, it's not a
ha.
vowel. It's not a vowel. It's grammatical, but it's not a vowel. You can ignore it.
Okay.
No reason to go into it. You can just ignore it.
Mitzvucha.
Close. That's a hard one. But since you see, but since you see, you've got a vowel under this. This is so complicated. But that dot, it's Hebrew. Like really,
That's the grammatical dot.
That is a grammatical dot. And the way you know it though is because this has another vowel underneath it. So clearly it's communicating that vowel has to go with this, and therefore it's a consonant. Keep going. Let's say it again.
Mitzvicha.
Close. Mitzav.
Mitzvah.
You could do mitzavcha. There's no way to know. I can tell you it's mitzavcha, but if you had said mitzavcha, that would also count in terms of decoding it.
Anochi.
Good.
Share.
Very good. And I'll do these two because it got added to the next line when I increased my font. Livavecha. Al. Who's next? Who's Fran, have you done? Yes, you went first. Wait, I have to look because I don't have the pictures. Oh wait, Jessica, you're next.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to start with the bottom one because it's easy. The one that went on to the next line is
All
bomb.
right, fine. Very good. You get extra credit for doing an extra line there.
Okay. Vidibarta?
Very good. Vidi. It would be D, not D, but very good. Vidibarta. That's hard. You got it.
Okay. Levan. Ignore the extra line. That's just grammatical. Sorry.
It's just telling you where to emphasize.
Okay.
Right.
Levane.
Don't worry about that. Like,
and that's silent, right?
Yep.
Ha.
Yep. Very good. Levanecha.
Okay. Oh gosh.
This is, you can do it. 4 syllables.
All right, I'm stuck. Hang on.
Ignore the dot inside that first no.
Okay, I was like, how can it have 2? Vishinan.
Good.
Tom.
Very good. You got it. Very nice. Next, let's hear Barbara. You get to do, if you want to do 4 words, you can. If you want to do 3, I'll let that roll. So we're on line, you're number 7. Oh, you're muted, which explains a lot.
And I did such a good job too.
Let's hear how well you did. Again.
But Derek,
Very good, Vaderech. And nice job with the correct emphasis.
uv, lektaka.
Okay, so that's hard. Uv, lech,
Uvleftaka.
te, cha.
Uvleftaka.
Cha. Yeah.
Bevetecha.
Great.
Beshev.
Sheev.
Beshiv techa. Beshiv techa.
Very good. All right, I need Augusta, you're up. Just to get 2 words. 8.
Okay. Is that first letter a vowel?
Yep,
Or-
It's a
okay.
vowel.
Okay. O Obi
Ooh.
Ubi Sha.
Okay, hold on. We're looking at 2 different words. Do the
Oh, you're right. You're
okay.
absolutely right.
I was wondering why. I was like, boy, that doesn't sound right.
Sorry. Okay. So ubico.
Ku.
What?
Ku.
Ku.
Mhm.
Ubiku. Mina.
Me. Cha.
Mecha.
Uv. Ku. Me. Cha.
Uvku mecha.
Yep. And again, as a reminder to everyone, when you see 2 dots, start from the place of it ending a syllable. And if it can't, then go to I. But like default is ends the syllable. Keep going.
Okay. So ubishahe.
Remember, ends the syllable. Uv.
Oh, that's a V. Uvshach bach.
Uv shach be
Be
cha.
becha.
Because in this particular, whenever you see 2 dots in a row, first one ends the syllable, second one is an I. That's always. So here, and by the way, I should have told you, but oops, sorry. This isn't, believe it or not, an O sound as well. So it's uv shoch be cha. Uv shoch be cha. Let's go to the next person. Jody. Oops, why is this desperately wanting me to save this?
Oh, gosh.
And all I did was just put this up for your, all right, so you got,
Okay, this one. Decha.
close, but that's because that's a ya.
Ya. Ya decha.
Good. Easy.
Al.
Good. Keep going.
Leot.
Yep.
U.
3 syllables.
Okay.
Every time you see the 2 dots,
Right.
work on the
That's
assumption that it's ending a syllable.
right. U. Ooh, that's an
You did so far so good. Ook.
Ook. Shar.
Good.
Tom.
Good. Nice. Shar Tom. All right, next is Sally. Sally, you get to do the word on the word on the next line, but you can skip the red word because that's got letters we don't know. So start with this one on the bottom. And Sally, unmute yourself so I can hear you. Good.
Eineka.
A necha, but very good.
Oh, Eineka.
Cha.
Cha.
Yeah.
Eineka.
Do this one.
Oh, Bain.
Good. And now skip the red, go to this one.
V'hayom,
Vaha
yom,
you.
you, v'hayom,
You.
the totafot,
No, you don't have to say it. See, you're going way ahead of us. You don't need to do the red one.
okay.
No, all right, so hold on. So now the last, David, you get to do the bottom line and then you can skip the red one. Unmute your, there you go. Six syllables. This is hard.
Vaytek.
Wait. Do the line, do the one at the bottom because we're skipping a word. So you get to
Oh,
6 syllables.
Ooh.
ooh,
Actually, you know what? 5 syllable. Even I know it really is 6, but you guys 5 syllables. Let's do it that way. 5 syllables.
You.
Vish, Ray, Rech,
Uvisharecha.
Uvisha Rekha.
Yep.
Where do you want me to go next?
Up. Now go to the last word on the line before.
Vaytek,
Cha.
Vaytekha,
And now skip the red one.
Al,
Good. Last one. 3 syllables.
Uk,
Uch.
Uk, Tamam,
Uch.
Uktam,
Tom. Uch. Tav Tom. You guys did great.
Oh my God.
I know you don't think so, but you did great.
Oh,
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read for you on I'll make a recording of page 82 and 83 and 84. Why not? And this class will also be on YouTube and recorded as well. And I'll put it on our on our class page and also on the YouTube page.
Are you going to do the part of 75 and 76? Record those? Or at least on 75, do F through I? No?
F
yeah.
through- F
Yes,
through I?
please. Yes.
All right, why don't we do this? What would you guys like me to do?
F through I.
All right, so
On
hold
page
on.
75.
F through I on 75
And top of 76.
and also
please.
76. All right.
Yeah.
76, I'll do all 76. And what about, I mean, so why don't I then,
Then
why don't I'll
82.
do 81 at the bottom. And then I'll also do 82.
Okay, that's enough.
And I won't do 83, 84, because those are just prayers. I was just going to do practice readings, but whatever. I don't need to do that. So I'm going to do 75, 76, 81, 82. And just as a reminder, let me do this, show you this one more time.
Can I just say something?
Yeah,
Can I
sure.
add
But
something?
look what we've done. And next week, by the way, next week, I'm looking ahead. We're going to do, next week, we're going to do this letter, this letter, this letter, this letter.
wow.
It's going to leave 3 letters. We're so close to knowing everything. And you saw in the Via Hafta prayer, I only had to eliminate 2 words. Like you're so close. So close.
Rabbi, can I say something?
Yes, be my guest.
I don't want to add more work for you, but could you do 83 and 84 as well? Because that to me, that's our goal, right?
All
To be
right,
able
sure,
to
I'll
read
do
this.
83, 84 also. Why
Thank
not?
you. Thank you.
That's the most important part, I think.
All right. You got it. I'll do 83, 84.
Thank you.
I'll do it all. So it's gonna, as you, well, you probably know that, like I make them, I put them, it'll probably take me the better part, probably an hour. Like, but they'll all probably be on within an hour or so. The longest part is loading it. You know, like reading it's easy. It's then sitting, then putting it on YouTube, the whole business, that's a little bit. So probably within the hour, I'll have everything on. All right, see you guys.
Thank you so much, Rabbi.
Good
Good
night.
night, Rabbi. Thank
Happy
you.
Hanukkah.
Night, Rabbi.
Happy
Thank you.
Hanukkah.